What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Pugilism, aka MKO Boxing, where we talk all things boxing. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube, follow on TikTok, all that good stuff. So, yeah, let's get into this one. So, on April the 26th in Paris, France, we're going to have Lawrence Okolie versus Tony Yoka. Now, both of these guys were Olympians. Tony Yoka was, both of them were in the 2016 Olympics. Long time ago, 10 years ago now, he's coming up for this year. And Tony Yoka, very successful amateur, Olympic gold medalist. Lawrence Okolie, I don't think he didn't actually medal in the Olympics, but he was in there, he took part sort of thing. Both guys turned pro with pedigree. One certainly did better than the other. Lawrence Okolie, successful at cruiserweight, just the one lost to Chris Smith, but he then decided to move up to heavyweight. Of the two of them, it's funny, I would say Tony Yoka's kind of fought the better opposition at heavyweight, but when he's stepped up and fought that good opposition, Carlos Takam, Neri, and also Martin Bakole, he's gone and he's lost to the best names on his resume. Probably you could say Martin Bakole is the best name on his resume, and Martin Bakole gave him a shellacking over 12 rounds. Same with Mary, same with also Carlos Takam. So Tony Yoka is one of those guys that, as I said, achieved everything in the amateurs as well. Olympic gold, the main thing that you're going to achieve, and just hasn't really lived up to the hype and hasn't really lived up to that Olympic pedigree. He's just one of those guys that's turned over and he's looked all but kind of finished, up until his last couple of fights. And he's taken on, a journeyman and a few guys with winning records, but sort of safe-ish fights. And Tony Yoka's at a point where he's trying to rebuild his career. But nonetheless, in this fight, it's a must-win fight for him. He's got to beat Lawrence Okolie because he's got the hometown advantage. It's going to be taking place in Paris, France. That's where he's from. That's where he represents France and everything. So it's going to be in his country, in his hometown of Paris. Lawrence Okolie is going to be the away fighter. And I'd say, for both of them, it's a must-win fight. I think for Tony Yoka, it's one of those where if he loses, he can still carry on, but it's going to be a long, and even longer journey back. But for Lawrence Okolie, if he has any chance or any hope of making a dent on the heavyweight division, he's got to keep winning. He's been winning lately, but again, very poor opposition. I mean, probably the best person he's fought is Kevin Lorena in quite an ugly fight, but he beat him, although it wasn't the most convincing display by Lawrence Okolie, but he got the job done. But then the last one he had was that Uncle Tete, that Ebenezer Tete, who showed up for the payday and got bowled over very easily by Lawrence Okolie. So both of the guys, they're on sort of winning form. For me, I think this is one where I would expect Lawrence Okolie to take this one, unless somehow Tony Yoka really boxes out of his skin and really finds some form. I would expect Lawrence Okolie to win this one, and he might win it ugly. It might be a bit of jab, grab, that sort of stuff. And he carries dynamite in that right hand especially, and I think it's one of those where with Tony Yoka, good fighter, but I don't know where his punch resistance is at, and the chin's gonna get checked and the chin's gonna get tested, and I expect for me, I think Lawrence Okolie probably gets this one done. Probably on points or maybe late stoppage. That's just my sort of early thoughts on it. I think it's got the potential to be a decent fight. There's kind of question marks over both of these fighters. With Okolie, it's been, not the best opposition so far at heavyweight. So he's yet to sort of test himself against the best. And with Yoka, as I said, he's been to a decent level, got found out, got found wanting, and he's kind of trying to rebuild himself. He's not been in with anyone, sort of any of the best heavyweights yet either. So it's a kind of rebuilding fight for both guys. It's kind of a crossroads fight for both guys. And yeah, we'll see who wins. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you, like me, kind of favor Okolie at this point, or do you perhaps think Tony Yoka can pull it off? Let me know what you think, and until next time, it's MKO Boxing, over and out.